Greeting, Joe Jackson here, co-pastor of the church at Wellington. We find ourselves here on day number 18 of our 21 days of focused, concentrated prayer and fasting. The devotion for the day simply titled, When the Wheels Fell Off. This is taken out of Exodus chapter number 14, verses 21 through 25. Let me read you the text, let me make some comments. Verse number 21, Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea into dry land, and the waters were divided. So the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea on the dry ground, and the waters were a wall to them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued and went after them into the midst of the sea, all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. Now it came to pass in the morning watch that the Lord looked down upon the army of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and cloud, and he troubled the army of the Egyptians. And he took off their chariot wheels so that they drove them with difficulty. And the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fights for them against the Egyptians. So, this is the part of the passage that causes you to want to stand up, throw your fist in the air, and yell, woohoo! Here is a hint for you. Anytime that the word says something like, God troubled the enemy, that is a sign for you that it's about to get very good and probably somewhat crazy. The deliverance for Israel did not come with a complete routing of the enemy out in the desert. It came with them running through the midst of the sea on dry ground. Now, that doesn't happen very often. They never saw something like that coming. Look, we here at the church are convinced that there is upon us a season for great and mighty things. Not because we just want it to be that way, but because there is a stirring in the realm of the Spirit. And the signs are all in place for something big to happen. The last few months have seen our two different church families come together in this marvelous fashion. Something that is very rare. Just like a marriage of a bride and groom, the two have become one. All of this began during a time of prayer and fasting 12 months ago. All of that stirring in the Spirit is too much to be recorded here, but rest assured, God is up to something, and He's up to something big among us. Just watch and prepare yourself to be amazed. So just briefly back to our story here. The first part of verse number 25 explains just how God, quote unquote, troubled them. Here's what it says. He took off their chariot wheels so that they drove them with difficulty. That seems to be one of the greatest gross understatements of the whole scriptures here. No wheels makes the chariot ride roughly. Just imagine the surprise as God does even more amazing things on behalf of the people. We said it three days ago, this battle belongs to God. Open up your spirit today and let God amaze you as He pulls the wheels off of the attack of your enemy right before your eyes. But the best is yet to come. Just wait until tomorrow. May God bless you. Remember, you serve a great God, so you can expect Him to do great things among us.